Landing gear raising.
That's it. We'll just get out there. Just focus. Maybe get a bit of altitude. Yeah. So this one's called the Pacific Explorer. It was launched in 1997, operated by P&O Lines, and again this one's here for the Melbourne Cup. So we're getting out here. Just double check I've got the screen recorder going. Just gain a bit of altitude there. I'll just tap the screen to make sure we're in focus. There's the tugboat coming out to it, or the pilot, I should say. Everything looks good on the screen. Got it set to cloudy. So she's coming through. Geez, there's some severe wind there because the severe wind. Now let's see, now we'll come around to the front like so. Look at that. It's like we might get a bit of sun on this one. And we'll just start backing it up now. We'll probably just gain a bit of altitude. So we don't want to hit any of those channel markers, do we? And there she is there. We'll just bring it over. That's it. There's the tug. Yeah, we'll bring it over. Get it central in the screen there. That's it. What a wonderful ship. I'll just gain a bit of altitude there. And maybe we should really be going on the other side really, because that's where our signal's the best, on the port side. We'll just pitch the camera down just slowly there, just to bring it in. That's what we want. Yeah, that's just lovely. Yeah, we don't want to get caught up on any sort of antennas there, so we'll just bring it around ever so slightly there. Oh, that's a big massive ship, that one. One of these days I'll get a chance to go on one, I guess. But I love the artwork on the bow there. That's quite nice. Yeah, I love the artwork there. So we'll just bring it around. I like this one over the other one, but yeah, they're both just as good. So, yeah, wonderful. I just love it. That is wonderful. The Pacific Explorer, there she is. Just take a snap of that one. Yep, that's the Pacific Explorer. A little bit of rust there on the anchor. And we'll just slow it down a bit, perhaps gain a bit of altitude, because we're not going to see anything here, are we? No, we're not going to see anything here, so we'll just gain a bit of altitude and just pitch the camera down just a fraction. That's it, not too much. Now we're sort of in there a little bit. We'll just come in like so, like that, and yeah. G'day mate, how you going? Yeah. And we'll just let it slip by a fraction. I love it. I just love this. Oh, I just love it. Yeah. We'll just let it slip by. Yeah. Not too radical. Yeah, somebody taking photos of me. I love it. Yeah. Yep, I just love it. Yep. Yeah, they're all those that are awake, because it's early in the morning here. Sun's just peaking. So while we've still got a bit of chance here, we'll just let it slip by a bit, and then we'll come around to the stern, and be nice to be a real hot day and everybody out there in the pool, wouldn't it? Eh? So we're looking good. So she's yep. We're just starting to get Melbourne there in the background there. Actually, it's really windy here. It'd have to be, oh, I'd say 20 kilometre breeze here. It's really windy, and yet it seems to be flying quite well. This Inspire is just brilliant, and I've got the Crystalsky on here, and oh, I mean, you know, my eyes aren't all that flash, but this is just brilliant. The colours, it really is great. Now we're coming up to the stern now, so what we'll do is we'll just swing it around, and see if we can get a shot of the ship there in its entirety with Melbourne in the background. Somehow we'll just let it slip by a little bit so I can just get that shot. Perhaps pitch the camera just up a fraction. That's it. And just swing it around. Yep. Did I get it? No. Hang on. That's it. Like no place on earth, the Pacific Explorer. So we'll just come over the top here. Well, we've got a little bit of battery left, so we might as well follow it in. So just That's a bit too fast. We'll just bring it in here. Oh, look at that. That's just magic. Yeah. Oh, it'll take you a whole day to walk from one end to the other, I reckon. Just gain some altitude here. And yeah, we'll just head over the top. I'll just make sure it's centered there. That's it. Oh, look at that. Not too fast. Slow down. Yeah, not too quick. So she's yeah, the wind is blowing me around, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. So that's just wonderful. I just love it. Yeah, we'll just watch what we're doing here. We've probably got another 5 minutes before our signal's blocked. So probably got another 5 minutes. And what we'll do is we'll just come out here to the port side, and we can't come down any lower because our signal will be blocked. And while we're at the port side, we'll have to yeah, we'll just let it slip by a fraction. Yeah, we'll just let it slip by, and so I can get a shot of the two of them there. Let's get the two of them in shot there. I've probably got another 2 minutes left before I get a block signal here. So I just want to get that. I just want to get that shot. Just wait until it slips by. Actually, I'll just come out a little bit more. Yeah, that's better. And I'll just get that perhaps a bit more, come out a bit more. Yeah, we're starting to lose transmission here, so we better I'll just wait for it to slip by. So I've let the sticks go, and we're just letting it slip by now. So I can, I'll just get that shot just when it gets past. I'll just move over a fraction, so I still get the other one in shot there. Just wait till it passes a fraction there. That's just magnificent. I'll just get a shot of that. Just bring it around. I'll try and get one with. See, we're losing signal here. We're just dropping. I'll see if I can get Melbourne in the background as well. There we go. That's just magic. Oh. That's just, I just can't believe it. This is probably the best I've done without any, yeah. And we've still got 52 minutes capacity on the SD card. So I can probably come around. I'll probably have to come around there, but what I'll do is I'll pan the area like that, very slowly, just so you can see Melbourne, and just make sure we focus there. Yep. That's Melbourne, and we're coming up to St Kilda. We better head back. The batteries, we'll get a low battery warning in a minute, so we'll head back. Yeah, we'll head back. We're going to get a low battery warning, so looks like we won't, but if I'd have stayed out any longer I would have. So yeah, we're coming back. There's a tanker there on the pier, unloading its cargo probably. Yeah, I can see it. So about 1.5 kilometres out, but I can still see it there. I'll tell you what, I'm glad I'm rugged up. I'm absolutely, well, I'm not frozen, but I'm shaking a little bit. So it's all looking good. We've got 18 satellites, good GPS lock. Just bring the altitude down a bit. I'm starting to shake here. I'm just starting to shake. I've had it. Yep. I'm starting to shake. Just have a look. Is there any other ships coming in? No, no, that's it. But I haven't got any more batteries anyway, so I've only got 2 pairs of batteries, so yeah, we're coming in. Yeah. The only thing I have to worry about here is these bloody seagulls. They're driving me mad. So we'll bring it down.